Well, because the shirt says it all. I just look illegal. So, raise your hand if you ever been to a haunted attraction. Not Scary Farm, Universal Studios, Dark Harbor, up in Long Beach. Cool. I worked those events. So there is a 99% chance that I scared the crap out of you guys, depending what year you went on. So, and as a 27-year scare actor, I still have to audition. I know, you would think the skills, nope, still got to audition. And just recently, last year, I worked for the event, LA Haunted Hayride over there by Griffith Park. Cool event. And during the midsummer, they always hold auditions, and I went down there. So it was my turn. They said, all right, we want you to voice out a creepy clown, funny clown. Just be creative. Now, the reason why, because it gives an idea where they want to put you in the maze or whatever. So I said, all right, I'll give you excuse me, my impression of a creepy clown. I would make America great again. I stopped 8 wars. I should have got the Nobel Peace Prize. In reality, it was just arguments with my wife. Yeah, no, surprised I still got in. So they assigned me to a maze called Hellbillies, Hell, like hillbillies. So we play a incest, cannibalistic family in Texas. Your basic MAGA family. So, so you know, you guys are always waiting the queue lines to get inside and stuff like that. So sometimes I like to go outside, entertain the guests, have some fun with them, creep them out and everything. So I remember, I said, I'm going to do a little monologue with the guests that night. I said, just to let y'all know, I just got married recently. Married my first cousin. We met off the #1 dating site, Ancestry.com. Florida edition. And let me tell you, she's a great woman. She knows me like the back of my own hand here now. She's a great cook, and let me tell you, she's one hell of a lover. In fact, she knows the #1 position she never does, which is reverse cowgirl, because she knows she never turns her back on family. So, prior to this, I worked for an event called Not Scary Farm back in 22 and 23. I actually had the privilege of working their 50th anniversary, which is back in 23, because they opened up in 1973 on October 26th, which was my mom's birthday. And here's the coincidence. She took me to Not Scary Farm while I was in her stomach on her birthday when it first opened up. 4 days later, I was born. I'm just saying, there's a connection. So they put me in a maze called Dark Entities. It's a spaceship maze. Any of you guys ever seen the movie Kurt Russell, The Thing, 84? With, okay. And the movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver? Yeah. Okay. You put those two movies together, and that gives you a scenario of what my maze looks like. So creepy, crazy. So we always start in September through October or November, depending on how the season runs. So, of course, it's still summertime in Buena Park. It's hot as hell. It's humid. And I'm wearing my costume over my regular clothes. And I'm wearing an alien mask. So I'm in there for like 30 minutes. And I'm dying of sweat because there's no AC and there's no fans whatsoever. So I'm just roughing it out until my other breaker comes in. She gets me, tells me to go on break. I go outside real fast to the break room, and I'm just dying of sweat. I take off my mask, let it air out, take off my costume clothes. For 30 minutes, I'm just drinking Gatorade water. I have to go back in now. And I realized I forgot to put on my costume shirt. I'm wearing my alien mask. Now, the irony of it is that I'm wearing my t-shirt that says I just look illegal. So I was like, well, that's just ironic. So epilogue to this. So when the event was done, this was the last year they were running the maze. I was telling one of the higher ups. I said, so with this maze being shut down, what are you guys gonna do? What's gonna happen to all of us aliens? He's like, well, there's not a Home Depot not too far from here. I'm like, wow, nice. All right. Trust me, I didn't take it offensive. So I did an event for Queen Mary Dark Harbor, and as a scare actor, you develop a dark sense of humor, so you get to be a little kind of dark when it tends to do it with the guests sometimes. Worked in a maze called Feast. So Feast is a kitchen theme maze. I played the main character as a chef. So I remember this one time we had this little boy who got lost. He got separated from his parents. The kid had to have been like about 7 years old, tops. He's terrified. And the number one rule is that we always stay in character. We never break character. Well, I made my friends break character, but. So they're like, hey, chef, we got this lost little boy here. What do you want to do with him? Well, guess we could kill him, make a new dish out of it, put it under the kids menu. We'll call it the Michael Jackson special. So, that is so dark. So, and I worked for another event called Rob Zombie's Great American Nightmare. Have you guys know who Rob Zombie is? A very famous musician. Yes, I actually met the guy, real cool. So he had 3 mazes based on his movies: Lords of Salem, House of 1,000 Corpses, and El Super Bisto, which is, no joke, an actual stripper maze. So we actually had topless women wearing pasties in this maze, and supposed to be 3D. Let me tell you, some of those big-chested women, I was like, yeah, that is definitely not 3D. I can see for myself. So they said, I had the honors of working for House of 1,000 Corpses. So they said, Isaac, we want you to do line control. We want you to create your own monologue. And by the way, we were allowed to talk shit to the guests. We could be uncensored. We could call them every type of name in the book. Everything was no holds barred. So they said, we want you to create your own monologue because the guests are allowed to get touched. Cool. Of course, we have to mark you in blood. So I said, and by the way, it's a Texas Southern style. So I said, if y'all kind of shut the fuck up for a moment, thank you very much. If y'all want to get prison fucked, ass raped, or get violated like a priest does to a child, our monsters will have me do that to you. So, so we always talked to the guest, and this one interracial couple came by, and he's like, I scared his girlfriend, and the guy was black, his girlfriend was white. He's like, I see. You scared the white lady, but you won't scare the black man, huh? You so are racist. I said, now hold on a second. Where y'all get this bullshit I'm racist? Hell, I own a color TV. I drive a black truck. Hell, I even voted for Obama for safekeeping. All right, guys, thank you. That's my time.